go to the states, it's the same thing. People are going to do super highway. Super highway to where? Let's see the small road. Super highway to where? When we are saying that we don't have road to, we don't have small rural roads to reach to their village. That's what we need. If we can get that, that is enough. For the meantime, but they are borrowing. They are borrowing to do flyover. When the main road is not good, why are you doing the flyover? Where are we flying to? We want the road to be good. But they are borrowing to do flyover. That is what you see in this country.
I think I'm beginning to agree with Daniel Boala that once somebody joins APC, the person's brain stops working. Because it is until APC began to be in charge of Nigeria that we began to be so obsessed with these so-called legacy projects, like Peter B called it, super highway. You begin to ask yourself, just like Peter B said, super highway to where? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't need projects. Of course, as developing countries, we need all those projects. We need all those. We need buildings. We need to have infrastructure. But the point is, the infrastructure that we are having, is it what the people need? You are building coastal highway. You are building rail to Niger Republic and all those kind of projects. The point is, what of the roads that we have already? They are not functional. That is where the problem is. So you want to count 10. You have not counted 1. So it doesn't make sense. And all these guys are so obsessed with what they just come, they have their own idea. Now, it is a sign that APC, they are not concerned about the people. Now, they are not about what the people need. So it is about what they want, what they want to build for their name, so that maybe after 20 years, they will be saying it was built by him. Whether those things will be functioning even that time, it doesn't concern them. And that is the way they think. Because if they are concerned about the people, in project management, there is what is called need assessment. You assess the needs of the people, and then you bring projects in accordance to their needs. In all these things they are doing, you ask yourself, what is the result? Nigeria is still the poverty capital of the world. So you notice that those projects doesn't really add to the everyday well-being of Nigerians. That is where the matter is. Okay, you want to build coastal highway, super highway to Niger Republic, coastal highway or everywhere, flyovers like Peter B rightly said. No problem. But the issue is that it is just like you have a child, that child hasn't eaten food, okay? But you are building mansions for him, you are building estates for him. But the child is hungry. The child is hungry. The child is dying of hunger. But you are building estates for the child. Those estates are good. Nobody is saying they are not good. But they are not what the child needs. And that is what APC is doing. And it is just like Daniel Bola said, it's like when somebody joins APC, the person's brain stops working. I know the next thing now you ask me is, what did Peter B do in Anambra? I know that is the first question that so many people who, maybe don't support Peter B will say, what did Peter B do in Anambra State? I don't even have to answer it too much. Peter B won the Millennium Development Goals Award as the best governor that mainstreamed MDG goals into Anambra State. Let me explain to you what is MDG. MDG involves every aspect of development. You have education, then you have poverty alleviation, you have infrastructure development, you have health. So it covers every area of development. And Peter B was given that award that he developed Anambra more than he met it, more than other state governors did in their respective states, including Lagos. Peter B defeated his Lagos counterpart in improving Anambra the way he met it. That is how it is measured. So Peter Obi came first in MDG goals. So meaning both road infrastructure, both education, health, poverty alleviation, every indices of development, Peter Obi came first. He beat every other governor. So that is the only thing I will tell you, and that shows you that Peter Obi developed Anambra State more than every other state within his own time, and that is his scorecard. Let me give you just a little of APC scorecard. Even with the so-called legacy projects, all the super highways and all the coastal highways, what is their scorecard from 2015 till date? Let us see their scorecard, because it is about results. It's not about big projects. It is how do those projects affect the lives of Nigerians. So let's see their scorecard. Number one, since APC took over, that was when Nigeria became the poverty capital of the world. It is APC. Even with the rail built from Nigeria to Niger, all the so-called projects they are talking about, we now became the poverty capital of the world. It is under APC. Nigeria, insecurity in Nigeria became worse under APC. Before APC took over, insecurity was just around northeast. It was just around northeast, but now it is all over Nigeria, such that even the governor of Borno State is now crying. He says, look, he came out this month, this May, and he's saying we are losing grounds. He says we are losing grounds. The man came crying. So nothing improved. So out of school children under APC, it increased from 13 million to 18 million. That is APC scorecard. Petrol price was around 154. Now I'm talking about 215, not even 214. Now it is now, of course, we all know, from 900 and something to 1,000 naira. The exchange rate, it was around 200, around 200 and 215. Now, of course, we all know it's 1,600. That is the scorecard of APC with all the projects, coastal highway. You want to go and build mansions. You want to go and build estates for your child when your child is dying of hunger. It doesn't make sense. You want to go and build when even the one you have is not working. Make the roads you have, let them be motorable first. Let the roads we have, let them be motorable. Then we begin to talk about super highway. That is the issue we have with APC. Bag of rice, it was 10,000. We all know that. Now, of course, we know. I don't need to tell you, it's about 80,000 or thereabout. So inflation was around 9%. Now it is 24%. That is even official rate, because if you check properly, inflation in Nigeria would have gotten up to that something, if not even 40%. But let me leave it at their own official rate. They said it's 24%. Debt profile was around 12 trillion. That was 2015 when Buhari had even started. But now it is 47 trillion naira. That is APC scorecard with all the so-called super highway. Indeed, super highway to where? Honestly speaking, Nigerians, that is why we need to do something to remove APC, because they don't care about the people. All these projects, it has to do with their ego. It has to do with their ego, what they want to do, what they want to brag about. Whether it affects you, they don't care. And that is where the issue is. So they are not projects that are about the people. They are projects that they just want to do. And that is why we need to work hard 2027 to ensure that APC leaves office. That APC leaves office, and by the grace of God, someone like Peter Obi, who is better in every ramification, will be enthroned. So if you got any value from this video, please kindly subscribe, share, like, and comment. Thank you. Remember, a new Nigeria is possible. God bless you.